Okay, welcome back to our channel, Speed and Sound Motors Garage. Today we are having Yamaha Tmax. The complaint was the client was riding it and suddenly it stopped. Then when he tried to start again, we found that he had no charge on the battery. So let us get into its charging system. Let's get started. Now, as you can see, I'm turning on the ignition switch. It is displaying, but when I try to start it, there's no charge on the battery. So first of all, let's open the trunk. Now we are accessing our battery. We are going to first jump start it, and then we see if it starts. Then we go ahead with the next process. So let us try jump starting it. And then the bike is starting. Now let us measure the charging voltage with the multimeter. Showing 11.5. Let us try revving and you see. Indicating 13.5 volts, which is a charging volt, but when the LED lights are not on. Now we are going to turn on the headlights and then we measure again. Yeah, the light is on. Now we are going to measure the charging voltage again when the lights are on. Let me rev. You have seen the pre-inspection. When we jump start the bike, it starts and then it shows that it is charging, and the charging voltage is around 13.5, which is a good voltage for charging. But when the moment you turn on the headlight, the voltage drops immediately to 11 to 10 to around 12. Now this is what happened. The client was all using the bike when he was riding over the day, when he's not using the headlights. When you use the bike over the night, turned on the headlights, then the battery drained. Now what we are going to do is we are going to dismantle the bike. Then we start and we check for the rectifier and the charging coil. Those are the two main parts of the charging system. Then we go ahead. Now we are going to remove these parts, and then I'll come back to you when they are removed. So we have opened the bike. Now we are going to first run the stator continuity test. Now let me give you a close-up. We are going to check for the continuity of the stator. These are sockets for the three-phase wires which produce the AC current. Now we check for line A. The multimeter should be set in continuity, as you can see here. Then we check for continuity of the lines. Let's start with A and B. Start with line A and C. There is continuity. Then B and C. There should be continuity between all the three-phase lines, but there should not be continuity between any of the lines and the ground of the pipe. As you can see, as I'm testing, there is no continuity between the three-phase lines and the ground of the bike. Now we are going to do the voltage test. Remember, this is producing AC voltage for three-phase for the charging system. Now we are going to start up the engine, then we test for the AC, and then we see if the stator is okay. Then we are going to go to another step. Set the multimeter to AC voltage. I want set to AC 200. All the voltage is up there, is always beyond 20. Let's check for the voltage on A and B. It is around 12 volts. As I increase, is 36 volts. When we rev a little bit, let us check for for A and C. Is also 36 volts. Let us check for B and C. You have seen the stator is okay. They have AC voltage all the way through. There is no short circuit between the stator and the ground. Now we are going to go for the rectifier. Then we find out it could be having some issue. So stay tuned, subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Let's go ahead with the process. Now we are the rectifier side. But as you can see here, we are having corrosion over here. You see that's greenish stuff. That greenish stuff over there. We could be having an issue. Let us remove the rectifier, then we can access it properly. Let's check. Now I say congratulations. You've seen that you have a wire cut. You see this corrosion, oh, this corrosion. There's no current running. You have only two phases going to the rectifier. Now this is the main issue why the bike wasn't overcharged or wasn't charging. Now what you're going to do, I'm going to get this other socket, then we join it here, then after I'm going to come back to you and I show you when it is done. Then we test run the bike again, we check the charging system, we assemble it back if we are successful. So subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and leave a like or comment in case you're interested in seeing other stuff while I'm doing bike repair. So now we have replaced this socket with this one. Then let me put back the rectifier. Let me put it back. Let me spray some anthracite in the rectifier. Remove this corrosion inside. Now let me plug it on, then mount it back. Now we are going to jump start the bike, then measure the voltage. Now we have started the bike, so let us measure the voltage with our multimeter to set it back to DC. Then showing 11 volts. When we rev a little bit, it's showing 14 volts. Now what we are going to do is we are going to turn on the headlights, then you see how it charges. The headlights are on. Now you can see the difference. Living and put 3,000. 3,000. let us start it without jump starting the bike, then we see. The bike is up and running. It has been quite a process. Charging system problem differ from bike to bike. Today it may be this issue, tomorrow it can be another issue. So you are recommend for you to stay tuned to the channel, subscribe, leave a like and a comment. Now I'm going to assemble back the bike to the client. Then we meet again in the next video. I sign out.